Hello there, Ray here. Welcome to our Wednesday stream. We don't have a actual update this Wednesday. We had one just yesterday on Tuesday. You guys can see I did a snapshot review video on everything that is new. It's quite a bit. They actually did pack quite a few new things to the pre-release 2 for 1.20. I will link that review video. I guess we're actually working on the AFK Fish Farm, so maybe I'll link that. Let me write pin message. People know what's going on. Right is today's Minecraft's birthday? Really? 14 years old. Crazy. Huh. What is today? 17th. 14 years old. That's crazy. I felt like not too long ago they had their 10-year anniversary. Right is dating is AFK Fish Farm. To use 1.20 calibrated salt sensor. Recording video for YouTube. Previous design. Okay, I'll pin this message. Makes more sense. That's cool. Happy Minecraft birthday. Did they put a announcement out or anything about it? Welcome everybody. Who we all got here? We got B-Mate saying hey. Also, It's Not Found is in the chat, one of our stream moderators. Helping keeping chat going smoothly. We also got Bill, welcome back. Ridiculous Cow is here. We got Protein. Welcome everybody. Protein says, how is everybody doing? Not doing too bad. Still trying to get over my staph infection. Babs is back again. Yeah, you get opt if you have 50 hours of watch time. Hey, Giggle. Yeah, there's pre-releases after snapshots, and then it's release candidates, and then it's full release. Well, thank you for updating it, Not Found. Probably won't be on it today, but you guys are welcome to join it. Yeah, doesn't 10-year anniversary of Minecraft feel like not that long ago? Oh, Kemma says their birthday is today. Same day as Minecraft's birthday. Pretty cool. Morning birthday ritual. What? Denny's for my free Grand Slam breakfast. Did they actually give you a free breakfast on your birthday? Oh, Ocelot got a sub. Congratulations. Awesome. Welcome to the Gordy Gang. Also, Kahema also has TwitchCon 2022. I went to actually TwitchCon 2022. San Diego. You might have seen me there. I don't know if you were walking the halls. You know, there's a lot of people in the hallways. Oh, I also went 2019. Right before COVID. Oh, Barry's here. Oh, you live in San Diego. Okay, so you went as like a community member? Guessing. That's cool. I'm also in the Discord voice call. Because I would do an exclamation mark social. All my socials come up. Okay, is my microphone still working good? Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Well, your Comic-Con alumni. Oh, how do you say that? Alumni. You contract IT for local comic book publisher. Wow. Well, does that mean you've been there 12 years? Or does that mean you were just there for the 12 years ago? I'm not quite sure what alumni mean. That alumni means that you are a participant of some event. 12 years in a row, okay. Okay, that's cool. Wow, that's a lot of years. I mean, I suppose if you live there, it'd be a cool thing to go to every year. Like for me, it's like a big trip I have to plan out and travel and hotels. It was kind of expensive too. Mostly imagine like the hotels and travel is the most expensive things. That's something I just can't really cut back on. Okay, so today we're gonna do the second half of my new AFK Fish Farm video. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I could just send out the announcements maybe. We'll release the announcements onto my Twitter if you guys follow me there. And also to my community page. You guys are subbed to me on YouTube with the bell notification set to all to get access to those goodies. I think we're ready to go. There, you guys can see. Okay, so I think it was Saturday because I didn't stream Friday. I didn't stream Sunday because I didn't feel well. I feel decent. I just sitting down is painful. So I'm actually standing up right now, so audio might sound a little bit different. I actually recorded the whole video with me standing up too. So it might be noticeable. Did I? Maybe I did. Maybe I recorded it sitting down. What about your health update? Yeah, I'm using the antibacterial cream, but also now taking antibacterial tablets. So they are kind of beyond the expiration date, so if they don't work, I have to go in, get some new tablets. If cable. Yeah, we talked about skeletons and phantoms actually. Went to the doctor. No, I haven't went to the doctor. I don't know. Like, doctor's just gonna tell me the same stuff that tell you, after you're doing your own research. Like, I would go to the doctor if I didn't know what was going on. If I couldn't diagnose it. But for the most part, I understand how staph infection works. Just I have to figure out how to get probably more newer medication. because it might be too old. I'll say you same stuff, but with how many days? It will say you the same stuff, but how many days for the antibiotics? Oh, how many days to take the antibiotics? Oh, you can look that stuff up online. They'll tell you typically how long to take it. My controller is really beeping today. What else? Oh yeah, does it work in the end dimension? I guess we could test the end dimension thing first. That might be kind of fun. Hey, Wily Coyote's in the chat. Hey, Mammy as well. First time chatter. If you guys are new to the stream, be sure to hit the follow button. You guys join as a follower, you get some free emotes you can spam about. And you also get some points to use to purchase things. Plus help us get closer to 50,000 followers. Okay, so this is the fish farm. All we have to do is take this fish farm. Is this really it? Okay. Survival single player. We'll save it. Save that. Take that. I'll take it to that dimension. Yeah, for like my actual staph infection, I haven't been like affected. Like I physically feel pretty good. It's just it's painful. But it's, for the most part, I mean, I have had some nights where I didn't get much sleep, but overall it hasn't been like, it doesn't make you actually feel sick. Is that really night vision? Huh, don't look that well. Let's load it. Oh, the stream rejoin. It says welcome to the chat for me. Thank you, Marks, for following. Hey, Josin. Today's pretty eventful. I was talking to Ocelot and Disallowed for trying to work on the thumbnail for this video. I think we came up with something pretty good. How does this look? I think it's good. I just want to see if it works in the end dimension. Because they definitely used to work in the dimension. Manny says, do I play Xbox? No. Maybe someone else that does. Oh, there's a... Okay, yeah, it works in the image. Alrighty. That's all I wanted to know. Frog, are you coming over to the overworld? Coming, you gonna join me? No? Oh! You gonna join me? No? Going back the other way. Okay. You have fun here in the end dimension. Okay, so it does work in the end dimension. Something I did want to check. In the video, I also been writing down some text. In parts are I need to explain more, like write some text on the screen. You guys read the text that's like pops up in my videos? Mostly more about technical things I talk about. Let's hop back into the other world here. But now we gotta record. Oh yeah, XPs per hour. Should figure out what that is out. What is that? XPs per hour. I guess we said about every 9 seconds we get a fish. So how many XPs do we get from pulling in a fish? The question. We won't count the amount it costs to repair the fishing run. What the heck is this? What is this? What? I've never seen this pop up before. Personalize your experience. What if I'm a kid at heart? I think I just want to type in XPs. I think I'll show all the XPs and maybe the fishing one too. So there's the mobs. They drop different XPs. Oh, I think you're asking, do I play with the Xbox controller? If you do exclamation mark controller, I'll explain that. Where's fishing? Right down here. 1 to 6. Fishing. Maybe I'll explain more. Okay. I don't see a lot. Fishing and fishing rod durability. Fish. Oh, this is the whole thing just about fishing. This might be helpful. We're looking for experience points. Maybe we should search for it. Roll find EXP. Okay, experience reward worth 1 to 6 at the location of the player during the fishing. Uses only the fishing ever wears out. Okay. So 1 to 6. What does that mean? What's the average? Color calculator. So 6 minus 1. Total of 5 different XPs you can get. Divided by 2. Plus 1. That means on average you get 3.5 XP. And what did we say? I think I said like it takes 9 about there's around 9 seconds per. Not sure how exactly we figured that out. We figured that by the item. Okay, let's just say 8 seconds because I think we're a little bit off. So if there's 360 or 3,600 seconds per hour, we can get something every 8 seconds. And then we get 3.5 XPs. Means we get around 1,000. One soul sand. Oh yeah, comparator. One comparator in the background. We also got one furnace. Hey Jax, welcome in Thomas. How goes it? Jax says MC music is way loud and I can't hear you right. I think that's your MC music. Not my turn on your own. Missed that. My sound was messed up. All fixed now. Okay, I was gonna say I'm not actually running any Minecraft music. Okay, so we counted all this. Counted that. Not that. Okay, I think we got everything down here. Not that. Okay, let's count this other stuff up here. Okay, so then we need 2 water buckets. 2 boats. 1 bed. How many just general blocks do we need? How many general blocks do we need? Well, okay, so we got a 5x5 area up here, minus 4, 5. That's 25 or 20. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that gets us 26. That should work pretty good. 26. Then we'll just use, I'll just say 30. Block. Everything else forgetting. Fishing pole, I don't know what else. One fishing pole. Or is it, I guess it's called fishing rod. Okay, so I think that's materialist. There's not too much to it. The farm itself is quite simple. This piece over here is extra if we want that or not. Oh, I forgot about this. We need chain and pressure plate. Don't want to think about those. 1 chain. 1 any pressure plate any. Okay, if we think of anything else, we'll add it. That's materialist. We completed that. XPs per hour. Let me write that down. Otherwise, I'll forget. We said it's 1,575, around there, not including repairs. I still gotta record the outro and the intro of the video. I don't want to do that while there's a lot more noise outside. I also want to make a reference to my previous AFK Fish Farm being removed. That video got taken down. Still trying to get back up again. Also want to compare it to an old one. Because, yeah, they're similar. They're also a little bit different. Yeah, I think everything else I want to do has to do with the video itself. I can't really record anything right now. We might record in a bit. Let's switch over to editing part of it. what I can do. We've done this before. This on this side. We could AFK fish this. Oh, just lost my fishing rod. How could I lose my fishing rod? I think I got another one. How do I do that again? F3. Oh, did I turn my... Maybe I turned my Oh, I turned my number lock key off. Okay, let's see if it's working. Aha, look at that. Magic. Hey, is box. Okay, is it? Now you guys can see what type of loot we catch. I'll show you guys the actual video. In the video, let me put this little piece up. You guys can see what I see. This is what the video is going to look like. I don't do a lot of editing to my video. I think some of the stuff I talk about is it's pretty technical and somewhat kind of confusing, so I try to avoid going into too different of editing. Alright, so we got this text telling people it works in the overworld and also in dimension. I think I just want to make the text spaced out more. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted. I want to space out the actual letterings of the text. Line spacing, it's called bracking. Make it a little bit easier to read. Yeah, that tells people it works in overworld and dimension. A little bit later, talk about stuff like build under open sky. Like that. Because in case somebody builds it someplace where there is a building over top, you don't get as good fish loot. You do that. And then I'll put the material list here. Actually, what we'll do is we'll put the materials in a box, and then we will just take a picture of that and show it for the video. But it sounds like the lawnmower stopped, so we will do some recording. Cool. So what I'll probably do is just record the audio, and then I'll put in the images differently. That way I can keep track of them. So what do I want to say first? Talk about the XPs. let's just record the part about the XPs. I'll put that somewhere in the video where I talk about the loot per hour. Okay, let's record that. And it produces over 1,500 XPs per hour. Okay, that's good. I'll just put that in the video, a different image there. Also gonna record the outro and intro. I think I'll just try to record as much as possible maybe, and then I'll figure out where to put it in. What is this program? What program? What program? You're talking about recording his videos. So funny. You think it's funny? Welcome in, Crazy Kalesher. Says, hi Ray. Can you explain how drown chicken jockey without getting baby drown unmounted in water? I don't know, you just have to test it out. I think you just need to stick the baby in like a little bit of water, right? Better. I can't remember what part. You can watch my video about how drowns convert, or just test it out yourself. Make a floating frozen baby. See if it converts in water, if just a little bit touches it. No. So, someone did message me saying, oh, baby drowns are no longer possible to get, or jockey drowns are no longer possible to get. I think that's what told me, based off of some change that happened recently. I think it was like 1.19.4 snapshot. But then I thought they said, oh yeah, you can still do them. I never tested myself. No, but you messaged me more recently, right? I thought someone messaged me like months ago about this. Maybe it's you. Let me check. Oh yeah, you messaged me recently. I mean, someone messaged me like months ago, saying, because they were like concerned that it wasn't possible. But then I thought they said it was possible again or something. I can't remember what their conclusion was. Okay, let's record the other parts. I'm trying to think how I should start the video. So I should start the video saying like, okay, talk about like how I'm designing an automatic farm for every item in the game Minecraft. And then maybe transition to talking about, and then I talk about how I created like my previous AFK Fish Farm, which we can go ahead and look at. And then I can say like, even a automatic fish farm gets you the treasure loot while being AFK. Then I can say, but then Mojang took down my video showing how you can build this up. So I went ahead and designed a new AFK Fish Farm. That works. Works like the old design. Works a bit like the old design, but uses a new calibrated skulk sensor. And what else? I think those are the main topics. It covers a couple things. It covers intro, it covers me talking about how I'm trying to farm everything. I can also cover how this is the best type of fish farm. could be hard. I might have to actually type out what exactly I'm going to say. It also covers the history. It also covers me talking about my old design. And also covers about my video getting removed. I think that would be a pretty good intro. Plus, I would kind of explain people different parts of it as I go forward. Crazy countries. I tried to drown, normal, zombie, jockey, but it's not happening. Is it just dismounting, or is it just not enough water? Using boats to orient the bobber. Yeah, not really. Just to hold the bobber down. That one and this one. They're like pretty much the same. This one's actually simpler top part, but it gets a little bit more complicated down here to overcome some new problems that were introduced with putting it this direction. The nice thing about this, if you've seen the other world, you can put it on the ground. It looks pretty flat. Hey, Echo. Okay, so I'm about to type out this intro because I don't know exactly. I probably can mess it up if I try to just get it from the top of my head. What else? I think that's the main thing. If I can do this intro the way I wanted to do it, then that's gonna be another big chunk of the video recorded. So let's do that. I guess I could just. Do they have written books in here, or do they? Can you still not get written books from here? Like, never actually looked for them. Oh, book and quill. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do the hello there right here. Or we could do the hello there later too. That's something I've been doing to my video more recently. Doing that a little bit later on. I've designed a farm, or it's kind of hard to type standing up. I should almost get a box. Raise my keyboard up. I just cleaned my room up, so I have no box. Let me go. I got 2 boxes nearby. Let me go grab that. Alrighty. You guys can still hear me. Keyboard, top of shoebox. Make a little bit better. Should get one of those standing desks, or what do they call the desks that move up and down? Yeah, oh yeah, still, huh. Probably make it a bit higher. Papers inside of it. I want the papers to fall out. We'll put a toolbox underneath of a shoebox. Surely it'll work. That's better. Normally, when I type, my keyboard's actually on the bottom of my chair, if you guys seen that. But standing up, a little different. I've designed a farm for over wonder how many items it is. For 95% of items, because maybe instead of saying like, you know, sometimes I say I design a farm for every item in the game Minecraft. Sometimes I say for almost every item in the game Minecraft, but people don't really recognize like how many items there is actually in the game. There's over 1,200. There's also another 100 with 1.20. And then if I did 95% of them times 0.9, oh, that's not 9, 95. I designed a farm for over 1,200 items. I designed, yeah, it just doesn't. I designed a farm over 1,200 unique items. Hey, Ocelot. Dismounting most cases, but I try to put chicken jockey 7 layers of snow, and that's all this height can stay without getting dismounted. I think what I ought to do is before I put it on a chicken, just figure out where the drown head has to be before it will convert. I mean, we might be able to do it today. Might be a fun thing to do. Take a break over unique items. I've designed a farm for over over 1,200 unique items in the game Minecraft. Or I could say in Minecraft. Although the other thing I could say is like like the typical thing I say, I'm designing a farm for every item in Minecraft. And over 95% to completion. Over 95%. I'm designing a farm for every item in Minecraft. And I'm over 90% complete. And I'm over 90% done. Oh, it sounds good. Aqua says, I built 1.19 Fish Farm, vanilla survival, single player, block by block. For some reason, sometimes reels and it doesn't reel out anymore. You do add the clock. Clock is only for laggy multiplayer, so don't add the clock if you're single player. Yeah, you have to watch the farm to really understand what's going on. Or, like I said, just download my world download because it works there. Just make sure not to have the clock. I guess I should have put 2 versions in my world, one with clock, one without. I'm designing a farm for every item in the game of Minecraft. Every item. I'm designing a farm for every item. I'm designing a machine farm. I'm designing a machine maybe? That sounds kind of nice. I'm designing a machine to farm. Maybe it almost sounds like a machine. I'm designing machines It's not a single machine. I'm designing machines to farm every item in Minecraft. And I'm over 95% and over 95% and which is I'm only 5% left. I think 95 sounds better though. Or I could say I'm almost 100%. And I'm almost 100% complete. And I'm almost finished, almost complete. Over 95, and I'm over 95% complete. Over 95% to completion. I didn't add any clock. Okay. Yeah, if you're having a problem, then you have to just watch it and see what happens. You might want to adjust the delays I talked about in the video. And I'm over 95%. And I'm 95% to completion. And I'm 95% of the way to completion. Maybe that sounds better. And I'm 5%. Where's that thingy? And to completion, is that what it said? And I'm 95% complete. And I'm 95% finished. I'm 95% done. And I'm 95% of the way. Anyone have any suggestions in chat? How to make it sound nice? And I'm 95% of the way there. Tell me something like that. And I'm 95% of the way there. Something that's easy for people to understand. I don't have to think about it too much. I've designed a farm for over 1,200 unique items in Minecraft. I'm designing a machine every item in Minecraft. I'm over 90%, and I'm 95% of the way there. I'm almost 95% done. Is there lyrics in this music? Funny, I choose a music that's supposed to not have any lyrics. Still manages the lyrics in there. I mean, they both sound pretty good. The first two paragraphs, two sentences, both sound pretty good. I can always like put text on the screen that says like over 1,200 unique items, you know. That'd be like, this is the very beginning of the video. So I say this, and then afterwards I'll say including including the only AFK Fish Farm that will give you treasure loot. Start saying in this video, in the beginning say, in this video I'm designing a machine for, I don't think I want to say that. Oh, say in this video? No, because I'm not quite talking about what this video is about. This is still like a history lesson. It's like me explaining the history of how my fish farm came about without me actually going into kind of the boring parts of me explaining history. Kind of like a roundabout way of completing what I want to do. Yeah, do you get it? Like, it's like kind of an entertaining way of me telling the history. So now I'm going to talk about the old fish farm, including the only AFK Fish Farm that gives treasure loot. Including the only AFK Fish Farm gives treasure loot. Gives treasure loot. It gives it like perfectly timed, so I could say something else about that. It gives insane treasure loot. It gives precision treasure loot. Gives flawlessly. Gives treasure loot flawlessly. That might work. It's funny how we're typing this into a Minecraft book. Screen turns black and white when I hear the word history in my head. Back in the black and white times. They put some of the popular farms in it and then do a insert thumbnail photo. Ah, yeah, I could do that. I mean, you see what I've been doing recently, right? I've been doing just a kind of like a scroll through of all the different farms, which isn't probably as interesting as like showing the actual farms. But the thing I like about the scroll through of my farm everything document is that it shows like that there's a lot of farms. Because I think a lot of people don't realize like how many farms there actually is in the game. So I have like a little video of me scrolling through this, and it shows all these images here, which is kind of a nice way to illustrate all the different things. Yeah, it gives countless books, enchanted bows, battles needed. I'll get into the actual loot later in the video that it produces. But when I do talk about like the only AFK Fish Farm that that gives flawless loot, what I can do is put like a picture of all the different loot that it produces on screen. That's something I could do. including the only AFK Fish Farm that gives treasure loot flawlessly. That kind of explains history of first farm. I show a video, like a little picture of the thumbnail. And then I can go into the part about how Mojang took down the video. Mojang. Oh, the bot doesn't let you post links. I designed a new AFK Fish Farm using the... I designed an AFK Fish Farm using... I'd say using the calibrated skulk sensor. Design an AFK Fish Farm using... I designed a... Maybe I'll just use one new... Oh, that works. I designed an AFK Fish Farm using the new calibrated bulk sensor. I designed Aqua says, design AFK fish farms for every version, blah, all the way up to... I could say that, but I don't think that really... Is it now talking about the new one? I mean, if I wanted to add that into this video, I'd have to add it here. I designed an AFK fish farm. Like I said, then this farm is just as OP as the last. I designed an AFK fish farm using new skulk sensor. That works. AFK fish farm, new calibrated. I designed another. I designed. I also want to let people know that the old design still works. So maybe I'll put some text on the screen saying, like, you know, old design still works. You just have to wax the sign. I designed this AFK fish farm. Maybe I could say this. I designed this AFK fish farm using the new calibrated skulk sensor. To get all that amazing treasure loot. I think that should work. What parts did I miss any other parts I want to mention? This AFK Fish Farm. I said it's only, including the only AFK Fish Farm that gives treasure loot flawlessly, which should mean it's the best. Mojang removed my video on it. And the world download. Removed my video and world downloads. My video, world downloads. So I designed this AFK fish farm using new calibrated skulks. You have all that amazing treasure loot. Hmm. You can say to get all that treasure, get all the amazing treasure loot while being connected. Being act. Loot. Well, easy. Hey, the sentence is getting too long. Censor to get all of that. Now we're kind of like finished that whole story. Talked about the Mojanger movement. We compared it kind of to the old one because I talked about the old one. Like you can put some like notes saying, talking about how the old one still works. Talk about the history of it. I may just briefly. I don't want the intro to be too boring. I'll have to put a lot of images and stuff in the beginning. I think we can now do the hello there part. Hello there. And like, yeah, if I just say hello there right here, we start off. Explain how this works. Let me explain how it works while building it up. Something like that, maybe. Let people like explain it while I'm also building it. Let me explain how it works while building it. Oh no 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 no. That looks pretty good. It's not. Intro's not too long. Oh, Morris is in chat. Okay, I think this will be a good start. Might actually record both intros and see which one I like. Okay, let's grab some water and push the record button. Up. Okay, I've designed a farm for over 1,200 unique items in the game of Minecraft. Okay, I've designed a farm for over 1,200 unique items in Minecraft. Okay, now I'll record the second half. Okay, I'm designing machines for farms for every item in Minecraft, and I'm 90% of the way there. Okay, I'm designing machines for farming every item in the game of Minecraft. Okay, I'm designing machines to farm every item in Minecraft, and I'm 95% of the way there. Sounds probably decent. We'll see how that sounds after we edit it. Let's do the next part. Okay, including only AFK Fish Farm. Including the only AFK Fish Farm that gives treasure loot flawlessly. Including the only AFK Fish Farm that gives treasure loot flawlessly. But Mojang removed my video on it. And my world downloads from YouTube. So I went ahead and designed this AFK Fish Farm using the new calibrated skulk sensor. So I designed this AFK Fish Farm using the new calibrated skulk sensor to give all that amazing treasure loot. Hello there, Ray here, and let me explain how this works. While building it up. I think that's pretty good. How did that sound to you guys? Probably a decent intro. We could do the outro while we're here too. Crazy Collection says sounds good. Makes a lot of sense. Says Aku. Hi Crickets, thanks for following. How goes it? Oh, first time chatter, welcome in. We're recording a video for the new AFK Fish Farm. I guess it's this one. No, it is these ones. Yeah. I didn't even look at them. Let's record the outro while I'm thinking about it. Now see how I designed a farm for every other item in the game of Minecraft with this playlist here. Or support me on my Patreon by checking out my link. Or support my crazy goals by checking out my Patreon link. What else could I say for the outro? Sometimes talks about milestones. I guess I am getting really close to 1,000. 1,000 videos. Hmm. Dum-de-dum-dum. Could talk about reaching almost 1,000 videos. I think maybe I'll do a special video once I reach 1,000, but I don't know what it'll be. It's possible that it'll be... when you guys go into my YouTube, what does it say? How many videos does it say I have? Ooh. Okay, 997, that's what it says for you. Okay. Just wonder if it counts unlisted videos or not. Okay, so if there's another pre-release by the end of this week. So then again, it might not be here. Probably doesn't count unlisted. Okay. That would make sense. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could mention that. You're close to reaching 1,000 videos. We could just say something related to that. Give it a shot. Maybe I'll say something like, I'm so close to reaching 1,000 videos. I've created almost 1,000 videos. I've created almost 1,000 videos about technical Minecraft. I've created almost 1,000 videos about Minecraft. I've created almost 1,000 videos about crazy things in Minecraft. So make sure you guys are subscribed and leave a like on the video. And don't forget to share my farms with your favorite Minecrafter. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next one. Bye-bye. I think that's a decent outro. If I design a TNT query or a block query for 1.18 plus, I think my TNT query still works in 1.18 plus. It works ever since 1.13. The TNT query does. A showcase comic block query, which I think you can just put the new tubers onto it, and then it should work. Yeah, it depends if you want a block query or a TNT query. Okay, so that's the intro, the outro. We got the material list. Okay, might as well make a chest full of materials that we need. Let's go. Should we do this world or the world? I guess we do it this world. A little bit easier to read stuff. Then we need a fishing run. $30 blocks. Much do we want? Sure. Let's andesite looks pretty good. It's cool. Let's test. I guess, yeah. Yes, readers. Does. Torch. Grab door. Grab door. Then so we can grab a bunch of stuff all at once. What else? Getting upper. That. 2 boats. This. Server. And cover that. This full same. Okay, there's that. That might be everything. think that's everything. Water buckets. 2 water buckets, you can make infinite water. That's everything I can think of. You have a link to the block query video. I think if you go on my video and type in my YouTube and type in query, I think it'll pop up. Go into my YouTube channel. Go over to the question mark. Lanes was really. Or where's the magnifying glass? In query. It pops up. Yeah, it's called Best Query for Survival. And then in that video should be a link to the actual world download and stuff. Search query in your channel, does it? Make sure to use a little magnifying glass. Quite a few stuff pops up. This is what it looks like. Type in query. Make sure you probably spell it correctly. Looks like you did. A few different types of queries. We got dragon query. But everything. Oh, okay. Nice, you found it. Okay. Now all I have to do is open this up. Take a screenshot of that. Then we will put that screenshot in the video. Right? Hey, no one. No one is here. Okay. You say so. We got the screenshot. Though again, it might be easier if I just recorded it. Record it versus screenshot. Screenshot has to shrink down. Recording has to shrink down. I think either way, I have to shrink it down. Yeah, I think with the screenshot, I just have to cut off the edges of it. Let's do that before I forget. Open it with our paint.net program. And then all I have to do is highlight this. That. And say image cropped. Save it. Wait. Now I should have that image. Is there anything else? Check my to-do list. I actually did watch my previous video. I feel like I answered a lot of the questions that I didn't explain exactly how I went into better detail in the previous AFK Fish Farm video. But I might even say something. Ruth, be sure to post links. Other bodies, the bot will move them. AFK Fish Farm, talk about XPs, the intro, we did the outro, best fish farm mojang move, compared to old history, water ice. Some of the stuff I'll add into the video. Oh, you try to type it out? Yeah. You just accidentally put the dot in the wrong spot. Thanks here. Post link. Your fish. Gimme. Okay. I guess one thing I didn't mention is that you need to aim forward, use the farm. I don't know if that's obvious or, but that's the thing, like when it comes to the video. Where's my cursor? Here's the video here. Yeah, in the video, I'll have to watch the video, and then if I notice anything that I miss, kind of like not mentioning face forward, I'll have to add that into the video. So I have my save button. Okay, we talked about building it under open sky. Overworld. Maybe the spacing of the letters isn't really that necessary. Also talk about the material list. Oh yeah, this is where we put in our image. See if I can grab and pull the image in here. Thanks for following, Matt. Ooh, we got another hole fished up. There's our image. We don't need it that big, so we can move it upwards to a smaller layer. That might work. Other ones we these might work over there, or otherwise I could put somewhere else. I might do this where I'm talking about the intro. Okay, like hello there, right here. Part of the video, might put the material list up. Anyways, that's the material list is going to go with these words that say material list. Oh, I probably don't need to see material list comment. Have it on the screen. So I'll just say scroll back material list, and I just have this right here. Oh, above it. Maybe not green, because people might not be able to see it. Green grass and whatnot. Try. A good color. Maybe blue. Blue seems accepting. Okay, and then typically any area. How loud is that for you guys, by the way? Area where you dig. Oh, might be still kind of loud. Where you dig, where there's dirt like this, there's typically. Oh. Got the dirt sounds probably. I'll have to remember to set these back before I render it out. Otherwise, it'll sound really quiet on YouTube. YouTube makes stuff even quieter. Any area where you. And that says, having a problem with the raid farm. I wrote support. No one gave me any advice. Did you ask in the help channel in my Discord and you ping me? If no one else responds, you can ping me. But what I'm gonna say is check the world download. And check the description of my video, because in the description I explain typical problems people have, like they run it on modified servers and then they don't they run it with like easy mode or something when it works best on hard mode. If you want it to work on easy mode, you're gonna have to tweak the timings. There's dirt like this, or you can just like watch a video and try to find the fix yourself based off of how I explain the farm works. There's typically about 4 layers of dirt, so it should be easy to go through just by having. So then during the video, I'm gonna try to explain why I do certain things, the way I do them. So like digging, removing blocks, I don't know if removing blocks is easier than placing blocks. But I think in this case, you remove like 25 by, you essentially move like 100 blocks. But then if you didn't remove the blocks, then you'd have to build in walls, which are 2 blocks tall. They're 2 by 5. 2 by 5 is 10. There's 4 of them, so that's 40. Plus the bottom is 25. That's 65. Plus you'd have to place stuff to put your redstone on top of. Sylv says you don't have a editor now. I have an editor that just does like basic editing. Removes the basic stuff. But when it comes into like everything else, I do all that. I would like to get someone to edit videos. But I just don't think I make enough money off my video to actually pay an editor. Do all the extra stuff. But what do I know? Okay, so which do we want? I think we works fine. Cool. So I want to mention about digging versus building. I know one says, did I missed 80% of stream? Not sure. The stream isn't over. So here's some text. I stole all this text from a previous video of mine. I don't have to type back out again. What text is this? Click some. Oh, that was some. I think my editor put that text in. Actually, found it a little bit too harsh to put in the video. Solid block. Repeater. Oh, these are the repeater ones. Solid block. Repeater. Solid block. Let's say solid block. Good. A trapdoor. Okay, so let's take this. Yeah, this is actually the part that takes the longest. Like, you think designing the farm takes the longest. You think like recording the farm might take a while. Actually putting in all these little all these texts and stuff. Okay, so we got one here. I think I mentioned, and actually maybe I do mention, let me listen to this. You can build this farm pretty much anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and build it here in the ground because that's just the easiest to do. What we're going to do is dig out from the center out. I guess I mentioned that I just say, oh, it's easiest to build in the ground. I guess that works. Total of 2 blocks in each of the cardinal directions. A total of 4 blocks down. Okay, so then what I could do is put in, so we have the material list. Here I can put in some information about it. So we're digging out a 5 by 4 by 5 area. Dig a 4x4 deep, right? Yeah, I think it's 4 deep, 5x5 area. There's typically about 4 layers of dirt, so it should be easy to go through just by having a shovel. And then right where it shows me zooming through all the dirt, put this little message says that. So now it should look like this. Next up, we're going to place in the redstone. In the very center here is where we're going to have our... Okay. Well, how did my AFK Fish stop clicking? Anybody see how my player stopped AFK fishing? It shouldn't really freeze up. Maybe it freezes up just because I'm streaming and I'm also running editing software at the same time. Matt says, I ping you? Okay. I'll check it out after the stream if there's a ping. But yeah, I say make sure you read the description and check my world download. Difficulty is the main thing, and also make sure you don't have pods that break it. Our calibrated skulk sensor, but this thing can listen to so I can, since calibrated skulk sensor is 1.20 above, I could say something about that. $1.20 plus color's a little bit not what I want. What's a good indication? 1.20. It's kind of a brown color, right? 1.20 is brown. Really get a brown color. Maybe more of a yellowish. Ah! No. Didn't mean to click off of it. That says, when I jump down, I lose bad omen, but no raid starts. So, if you lose your bad omen, that means the villager down below takes it. The villager takes your bad omen. But no raid starts. Maybe because there's already a raid going on. Or because I checked the world download and see how it works there. It might be your difficulty. I've heard people say that before. I think it might be a timing, like you might be going down too soon or something. So if you're afraid that there's a cave underneath. Okay, we're talking about the 1.20. 1.20 plus item. Then maybe I could also tell them how to actually craft calibrated skulk sensor. Is it actually 4 amethysts? Make one. Even know what the craft recipe. The one on each side. Can't remember. Just did a video about it too long ago, but I can't remember. Hey, Yale. Try not to put dates in my videos just because it might date the video or versions. I could just say 1.19 low 1.19 and the low design and why people want other version of it. Because let's say they find the video. Find the video, but not what they quite want. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm playing an older version. I'll link them to the previous one. Cool. That should help out some. Yeah, it looks like we've been AFK guys working pretty good. I'm gonna grab some more water. Can someone do exclamation mark social in the chat? Put that one there. Thank you. I'm gonna go grab some more water. And meanwhile, check out all my social links. They're on screen in the chat. Click them all, join them all. Got a lot of different ones. And also run a 1-minute ad for non-subs. Be right back. we're going to have our calibrated. Okay, so I talk about the calibrated skulk. Calibrated skulk sensor. But this thing can listen 1.19 and below design. Thanks for the drink up. Matt. Kermit says, Did you get good at redstone through trial and error, or like tutorials or mixture? There wasn't really any tutorials because I actually played Minecraft before redstone ever came out. My 14-year anniversary of playing Minecraft is coming up sometime probably in June. I did talk about this in my video, my main video that's on my YouTube channel, the 1,000 screenshots over the first 10 years of me playing Minecraft. But yeah, I just had to do trial and error. Every time something new came out redstone related, I just played with it, right? I think it was a little bit easier doing it that kind of way because when they first came out with like redstone dust, right, it was like very few things you could do. Like you just learn them all, right? And then when they add like one little piece in, like they might add in repeaters, then you learn everything about repeaters. It's not like trying to learn all of the redstone stuff that there is today all at once. All I had to do is learn a little bit for every update. But for 14 years, I just slowly acquired knowledge. But what I would recommend is to like just read the Wikipedia page on like the basic redstone, and then just come with some kind of idea of like something you want to do in your world related to redstone, and then just try to do it yourself, right? And then actually, I think that little bit of trial and error there, that'll teach you a lot. Quiet time if you want to. Listen to vibrations up to 16 blocks away, so if you're afraid that... Talk about 16 blocks away. Here I could write in like 16 meter radius. Wonder how well this will work. I wonder if I can just make a bunch more of these. Yeah, I should have quite a few of them. Might go through a lot of them. I'll grab one from over here. $16 blocks. Oh yeah, I think it's just the lag that's causing my single player world to miss. Like, okay, we'll change it. Ooh. 16 meter radius. No. Radius. Okay. Place a wool underneath so it doesn't end up hearing a zombie walking around. Now we're going to program. Program is running a little bit slow because I think I'm streaming. Might as well go ahead and place a wool underneath so it doesn't end up hearing a zombie walking around. Now we're going to program this calibrated skulk sensor to only listen to a very specific vibration. This is done by having the comparator point into the side that has a little amethyst coloring coming out of it, and then we're going to have a furnace behind that. So by putting in 16 blocks here in the furnace, we're going to put a redstone signal of I don't know if I need to add any text there. Kind of self-explanatory. 16 blocks, redstone signal 2 into this, which means the skull sensor only listens to things that drop on the ground. So once this thing hears our bobber making a noise, we want it to go into a sticky piston here, which is going to move this observer, which is going to send power to over here. This is going to put power into this solid block right here. Okay, so it said solid blocks. Let's find that text that said solid block. What did I do with that text? What did I just do with all those texts that said? Have a good one, no one. Yeah, I'm hoping to get most of this video completed. Tomorrow's technically the day I have to leave. I'm planning to go on a camping trip. I don't know if I'll go or not. Depends if I feel like I'm healing enough. Oh wow, thank you for contributing 16,000 to the Auto Dragon Farm update. Part of the community challenge. Build with any full block. We can use that one later on. I think the main thing, the reason why it takes me so long to do this part, is just like actually grabbing these little things and moving them. I can't see the whole thing on my screen. Talked about the solid block, repeater. We're going to wait. Is another repeater here? Okay. Two. For delay. This is going to a solid block and then another solid block. This is going to a solid block, and then we're going to remove some more of these blocks over here, where it's going to go into a redstone dust over there, and then into 2 repeaters on full delay, one there and one here. These 2 repeaters are okay, so we have some full delay repeaters. We can copy this. I don't want to paste it, really freezes my program. See how well it works. Liv contributing 4,000 as well to the community challenge. Everybody? Oh, okay, that didn't freeze too badly. On 4, change that to 4. And we'll probably move it over here or something, so if I don't confuse it with the previous message. 2 repeaters on full delay, one there and one here. I guess even can write repeaters with the S. These 2 repeaters are then going to go over and power this piston right here, which is going to put a signal through this. Oh yeah, I forgot to say sticky piston. Well, luckily, not the first time I've ever forgot to say sticky piston. There it is. What did I say over here in the very beginning? Do a sticky piston here. Oh, I do say sticky piston. Okay. Which is going to put a signal through this block That block is then also needs to be a solid block. Oh, my fish farm guy stopped again. Huh. We go through a solid block. Then we go back through the repeater on to a delay. Goes into a solid block, and then it's another solid block. We got a lot of solid blocks. Try to make sure to say solid blocks so people don't put down like a piece of glass. Go into this redstone as well as this redstone dust, which will connect these two systems together. So when the skull sensor hears something landing, it's going to power this, and then after a short delay, it's going to power this again. Both these signals are going to go into this target block, which will put its signal into this torch. The torch will put its power into this solid block here. Another solid block. Did I mention? Another solid block. I was trying to do this with a controller, but I think it's easier just to use my mouse to do this. Another sticky piston. First says their Wi-Fi disconnected, and then the mouse stopped working. Oh, that'd be bad if you're playing game. You ever see that where people are like playing a game and their mouse dies and then they lose the game or something? Boot restarts on your computer or your Wi-Fi or your mouse. Okay, we'll use this solid block. As well as this redstone dust, which are going to go into this target, which is going to be. And then we talked about the solid block. Now we're actually talking about a trapdoor, or it must be iron. I don't really like the color of that text, so I might change it up. What's like a warning color? Maybe a red or something? That's kind of like warning. To make this trapdoor flip. Yeah, my PC sometimes disconnects randomly, and I restart and my mouse doesn't work. Restart it again. Oh. You know, sometimes my internet like will disconnect, and if I just put my computer into sleep mode, and then when I come back out again, it will somehow reconnect. Not sure how that was possible. Flicker. And that's all the redstone that's needed. So now it looks like this, and next. Oh, we gotta add this little piece goes over here. And that's all the redstone that's needed. It's pretty good. It's not that much redstone. A little bit more redstone than my previous one, which only took a single big piston and everything. More redstone, but that's some other benefits. And next up, we don't want the skull sensor to hear anybody hopping about, so we're going to go ahead and encase it in wool on these two sides like this, as well as on this side, and we're going to cover up this as well as this. And this might be a good time to talk about like wool insulates. Is it called insulation? What's the word they use You say that stops. Well, can't remember what word they use. They use a kind of fancy word, right? Which essentially means that it insulates it from carrying it. Thanks for lurking, Corbett. Wool stops outside vibrations. Basically, vibrations can't go through wool. Vibration. And go through wool. Spell it correctly. Make even colored orange. Fancy. Cover up this as well as this, and we're going to bring up these three sides. So it's just like so. And then we're going to top it off by putting our soul sand. Now, next up, we have to put in a floor. Okay, so the floor can be any block. I think I have something over here that says that. Ooh, at level 90, wow. Kind of crazy how much music is there. I thought I had something over here that said something about... Actually, that hopper picks up stuff pretty fast. It's hard to even see it. Filled with any full block. That's what I need. Now, next up, we have to put in a floor so the water won't flow down into our redstone down below. The reason why we have a 5x5 area is because we need 5x5 worth of water in order to get treasure loot from fishing. So to put in the water, we just need to put one every other one, just like so. And then do every other one on this side. And that's going to fill in this whole thing with water. We need to do 2 layers of water in order to get treasure loot as well. It all has to be water sources. Notice that. Okay, so I think I explained that pretty well. I think this is the part where I'm going to say you can use water or ice. Oh, this says 16 items. I can use that. Need that earlier. I think my editor did put some of these in. we're going to put a redstone signal of 2. Okay. Should check and see if the editor did put any other ones in. Yeah, lock. Leg. Slightly lower. You haven't noticed these messages are actually from my automatic cherry tree farm. Corners with holes in them. Oh, there's a part that says world download schematic. That might be useful. Alt tab. Oh, F3T. Maybe this is the line. Okay, let's move these down. So this is later on. I talk about how you can do F3 plus T. Must be ways down here. Oh no, that's the end of the farm. Okay. That's extra keys. Somewhere around here, I talk about how to do F3 plus T. Well, looks like all the text messages. Go back to where we're at. Oh, what was I gonna say? Water. Something about water. Oh yeah, water or ice. So A. Water or ice. Water or broken ice. I'll change it that kind of bluish color. People think of water. Hey, fluffy creature. What's this video editor? This is Sony Vegas. I think it's in my descriptions of the videos too. Oh, some of them like I missed the clicks. Now that I think about it, I should just raise my mouse up. Keep leaning over to move my mouse. Let's see if I can find something. Okay, I found some boxes. Put my mouse on top of. Okay. Well, now I can actually move the mouse properly. Okay, looks like it's working. That's good. Wipe some of the dust off of this. Okay, a bit cleaner. I really need to just get one of those desks that move up and down. I don't mind standing up. Hey Lewis, welcome in. Getting ready for our next video. $5 worth of water in order to get treasure loot from fishing. So to put in the water, we just need to put one every other one, just like so. And then do every other one on this side, and that's going to fill in this whole thing with water. We need to do 2 layers of water in order to get treasure loot as well. It all has to be water sources. Notice that the soul sand produced the bubble columns here, but that's still technically water source, so it works. Now the player will be AFKing around this area here, and the trapdoor flickering will let the player reel out and reel in their fishing rod. But the player needs to click onto something, and rather than using signs, because 1.20 signs need to have wax on Well, this I could mention here. That I do have a 1.19 version on my farm. Wax sign. I feel like that would be kind of common sense. Like, if somebody's running my AFK Fish Farm and then they update and all of a sudden it doesn't work, every time they click on it, they know about waxing. They should know that they just need a wax. They don't know about the whole waxing thing. And it's possible that they think that the farm just doesn't work anymore. I can't remember, even the video might say like use a note block maybe. Note block just costs more, and that's why I don't suggest a note block. But I think this might be fine. But the player needs to click onto something, and rather than using signs, because 1.20 signs need to have wax on them, it's actually cheaper just to come in and, because I kind of mentioned, it's like, hey, you need to have a sign. Yeah, I think that's good. And place in a double chest right here. And to stop the player from clicking inside of it, if we just place a solid block right here, it'll no longer be... Oh yeah, so I say solid block again. We'll have to find another solid block. Let's go find a solid. We will take a slice off of this one. Oh. You want to slice the whole thing. And get to where we're working. It's in a double chest right here, and to stop the player from clicking inside of it, if we solid block. Oh wow, I've been streaming for already 2 hours 40 minutes. Why is it like whenever I'm like really focused on something, time goes by so fast? The block right here will no longer be able to right click and open up the chest, which is exactly what we want. But from up here, we can't actually click on the chest because they're too far away. So what we're going to do is place in a block that's a little bit lower. The bed is a perfect height so the player can continue to right click on the chest here, while at the same time when we reel the fishing rod back out again, the bobber doesn't actually fall down this little hole. But as the player yeah, those are the main things I want to talk about. The reeling in and the reeling out. In theory, you wouldn't actually have the bobber fall down that hole if you were always perfectly on the side like I am, but I know some people might enter the farm being, you know, kind of great, so they might miss that little trapdoor which holds the bobber. Even, I mean, you could be pretty far to the right and still work. Player fishes up items, and they'll eventually fill up their whole inventory. But with the bed like it is, then pretty much guarantees you can't miss it. With items, so we need a collection system. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock out this block right here. This will cause the water source that's just beneath of it to be flowing. As you can see, if I stand here, it pulls me inward, so it's going to pull all the items over there. And once the items end up over here, we can easily pick them up with this hopper here, while not interfering with our 5x5 2 deep water. Now we can come on the backside over here and remove these blocks like this, and place in our storage. You can put as much storage as you want. That way, whenever you catch a fish, you can easily access it. Okay. So another cleaning words I need to add there, or anything else. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. So think about it. Technically, the farm wouldn't even need a hopper if you just pick up the loot in your inventory. But I mean, the whole point of AFK fishing is to fish long periods of time. So at the moment, the fish farm kind of works. The problem is the bobber will sometimes activate the skulk sensor just by hitting the surface. We can actually make this more consistent by placing in some... I think that's one of the problems. I think another problem is since the bobber isn't technically always touching the water, you don't always get fish as fast. I think that was one of the issues. It's kind of interesting to watch the fish farm on the left-hand side, as it does seem that with lag, it can mess up just as if I was on multiplayer server. By placing in some boats. So we're going to come over here to this side, and in the center here we're going to knock out this block and place in a chain like so, and then we're going to knock out this block and place in a pressure plate. Okay, I think this is where we're going to say any type of pressure plate. Leave a marker there. Oh, okay, marker's just get in there. Hey Kermit, because what is the controller for? Oops, bumped my mic. I'm not using the controller now, just because I constantly have to keep typing stuff out on my keyboard. But normally, that kind of answered your question there. No. Okay. Any type of fish. Okay. I'll move these around on the screen so they just don't get repetitive. Boat on top of this block. Make sure the boat is not going to fall into the water once we remove this block as well as this block. It has to be completely on top of the chain. From here, we can go ahead and hop into it, and we can drive it against this grass block over here a little bit, and then drive it out into the water a little bit. We want to slowly move the boat. We can do this by not actually pushing forward, but pushing side to side. You see the boat actually creeps forward by doing this. And we just want the boat to be somewhat close to the edge of the chain there, which is also the edge of this block. So you can see it sort of clips it. But I didn't really mention that you push F3B. Boat on top of this block. Make sure the boat is not going to fall into the water. I can say something like press F3 plus B to see the box. Essentially what I do is I watch a video and try to think of every possible question anybody will ever ask about my video. Answer within the video. That way I don't have to respond to comments. Not that I don't enjoy responding to people's comments, it's just pretty soon it gets very repetitive if I miss something in the video. Also, people feel like they missed out on something in the video as well. So, 3 plus B 2C box. Might change this to a different color, catch people's eyes a little bit. More of like a less of like informational thing. It's more of a helpful thing. Okay, I write it out. You see the boat actually creeps forward by doing this, and we just want the boat to be somewhat close to the edge of the chain there, which is also the edge of this block. So you can see it sort of clips it. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty good right there. We'll place another block here and we'll place another boat on top of that. And once again, we'll drop this boat on top of that boat. Now we'll ride this boat. Once again, we will move this boat out to the edge of the previous boat. What we're trying to do is get our boats to hang over top of the bubble column in the center without actually putting any blocks in this area, because the game checks 2 blocks above the AFK Fish Farm to make sure there's no blocks. Otherwise you won't get treasure loot. So it's important not to put anything else out here. And once you get to the edge... Okay. I can't explain the whole don't place blocks above the farm thing. It's something that kind of confused people in the other video. I had a couple comment. I mean, it's not bad. Like, you get like maybe 5 comments out of like 500,000 views. Here. And once you get to the edge here, like so, just go ahead and crouch out of it, and then make sure not to bump the boats from there on. Now, if you're afraid some animal is going to come by and push the boats, or if some skeleton's going to... So the fencing is optional, but kind of needed if you're an AFK. I didn't add in the materials list. It's going to come by and shoot at you while you're AFK. You can come around and place in fences all the way around your entire farm, because wandering traders can also like spawn, or phantoms could spawn, and they can come in and bump the boats here. Look at that pig, try to get in here. And then make the fence 1 higher if you are afraid of skeletons attacking you while AFK fishing. I think this next part's sped up. Yeah, it's sped up. I'm going to go ahead and place in a nice little gate. This is how you can get into the farm. But while AFKing, you could get phantoms that spawn up. Okay, so now I'm talking about phantoms. Up in the air. If your player has access to the sky, we can fix this just by coming in and placing some slabs in just like so. So now you won't have sky access reaching your player and won't get phantoms to spawn. Pretty good so far. And if you don't want to get struck by lightning while AFKing, you can just place a lightning rod a little ways away. Okay. That's all. I think I did a pretty good job explaining it. The video is not that long either. I think it's 15 minutes at the moment. Maybe about 15 minutes if I include like the intro, the outro. So, not bad. I don't know what you guys consider. I know like 15 minutes, as someone who makes a video and like the whole tutorial and explanation part all in a video, like, oh, 15 minutes isn't bad. But I know if when I'm watching a video, I'm thinking 15 minutes is a long video. Depends on if I, have time to watch a long video or a short video. Just place a lightning rod a little ways away. So to run this farm, what you want to do is stand on this bed here, go ahead and crouch, and then walk out to the edge of this bed. And then you're going to line your little pointer just on the edge of this trapdoor here. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and just click 1 time. What this does is it lets the bobber go over there, get picked up by the bubble columns, and get... I think this is the part where, did I still talk about facing forward? On this bed here, go ahead and crouch, and then walk out to the edge of this bed. Then you're going to line your little pointer just on the edge of this trapdoor here. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and just click 1 time. Oh, look at my AFK fish guy. Lagged out again. I think it won't be bad. What the heck? What did my guy just do? Like, threw the hook and reeled it back in really fast? Mega Ultra. Okay, let's put in a little piece that talks about aiming forward. Aim forward. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and just click one time. Then you're going to line your little pointer just on the edge of this trapdoor here. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and just click one time. What this does is it lets the bobber go over there, get picked up by the bubble columns, and get placed underneath of the boats there. And this will hold it in a perfect location where it's barely touching the water, but it's also not bobbing on top of it. Same time, there's actually fish that pulls on it. It makes... Might add a little bit of pause here. On top of it. Same time, there's actually... That's a bit too fast. On top of it. Same time, there's actually fish that pulls on it and makes the water splash, and that's what the skull sensor is listening to. It's listening to stuff land either on water or ground. So this is what it looks like where your player will be standing on the very edge of this. Could probably move this to a different part of the video. Ground. This is what it looks like where your player will be standing on the very edge of this bed here. That way you're close enough to the center of the farm that when you send the bobber out, it gets underneath of the bubble columns. And we're standing a little bit to the left hand side because our boat is a little bit to the left hand side. So now it's time to actually do your true AFKing. All you have sensor is listening to. It's listening to stuff land either on water or ground. This is what it looks like where your player will be. What this does is it lets the bobber go over there, get picked up by the bubble. Crouch and just click one time. What this does is it lets the bobber go over there, get picked up by the bubble columns, and get placed underneath of the boats there. I don't know of a better place to put that piece. Pointer just on the edge of this trapdoor here. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and I guess we can just leave it where it's at. It's listening to stuff land either on water or ground. This is what it looks like where your player will be standing on the very edge of this bed here. That way you're close enough to the center of the farm that when you send the bobber out, it gets underneath of the bubble columns. And we're standing a little bit to the left hand side because our boat is a little bit to the left hand side. Oh my god, laid down again. Huh. Something. Side. So now it's time to actually do your... A little bit of pause in here too. Don't sense to split up. A bit to the left hand side. So now it's time to actually do your true AFKing. All you have to do is hold down the right click button and you can see what happens is the trapdoor flickers twice. So as soon as something bites on your bobber, it activates the calibrated skulk sensor, which will activate the trapdoor one time. Then it'll go through a little bit of delay and activate it a second time. First time activates lets you pull in the bobber with the fish on it, and then the second time activates it lets you throw it back out again. Now if you don't want the loot to end up in your... Okay. And then the second time activates, it lets you throw it back out again. Now if you don't want the loot to end up in your... This part seems well explained as well. In your inventory, just go ahead and fill it up. Add a little pause in here. Back out again. Now if you don't want the loot to end up in your inventory, just go ahead and fill it up with something else ahead of time. So when you do pull an item, what happens is it stays in the water. So when you do pull an item, what happens is it stays in the water. So when you do pull an item, what happens is it stays in the water. Then it ends up getting in that little bit of flowing water here, gets pulled over to this hopper, gets picked auto pause. If you have the game pausing turned off, which will allow you to use your mouse on other. Can someone confirm it? That's F3 plus P for the pausing. Turned off, which will allow you to use your mouse on other programs on your computer while you're AFK fishing at the exact same time. And at any point, if you want to stop AFK. Oh. At this point, you can also do Alt plus Tab. Oh, this is Alt Tab part. Alt Tab. At this point, you can also do Alt plus Tab if you have the game pausing. Tab if you have the game pausing turned off, which will allow you to use your mouse on other programs on your computer while you're AFK fishing at the exact same time. And at any point, if you want to stop AFK fishing, all you do is right click on your Minecraft client and you regained access. So this setup works for single player as well as in multiplayer, unless you're in a multiplayer server where you have a really bad connection to the server, in which case you still would want to build this farm and go ahead and just run it. But if you happen to come back and find your player clicking onto this chest here without the bobber out underneath of the boat, and then you refix it, and this happens a few times, then there's a couple things you could do to fix this. Now the easiest thing you can do is come down here and change the delay to this repeater here, set this one to 3 ticks, as well as set this one to 3 ticks, or you can even try 4 ticks. The longer delay just means that this is the part I was talking about, how you can change the repeater to make it longer. Trapdoor will stay open for a longer time, meaning that even though you don't have a connection to the server, you're still able to click on it when your connection comes back again. We'll play around with those 2 repeaters there, but if you're still having trouble running this farm on a multiplayer server, then this next step is for you, where we're going to place in a clock. So in the back. Okay, I don't think I need to put any more text in this part here. Sounds pretty good. Could say something like single player, multiplayer, but I explain everything. Corner of the farm, we're going to come over here and place this block instead with a trapdoor that's on the bottom. Come in here, open this up and close it, and this will put us in crawling mode. So now we're down inside where there's redstone. If we remove this block, you can see the redstone I put in earlier. So you want to find this block as well as this redstone does. We're going to come over here and knock out 2 blocks over here. And on the back side of this, we're going to knock out this block, and we want this block to be a solid. Talking about those solid blocks. Good old solid block. We're looking, David. Looks my guy. My guy legged out again. Yeah, I think it goes here. Put a torch on the backside. We want that torch going into this redstone here, and then we want to go down and into this redstone here. Then we're going to go on the opposite side of this torch here. We're going to knock out these blocks, and we're going to place in a redstone dust here as well as here. Now we're going to come over here and have a comparator point into that block there. We're going to stay on top of this comparator and point one going the opposite direction. Both these comparators together with these two redstone dust here are going to produce a fade clock that slowly fades, and when it's completely gone, it resets itself with the torch in the back. So currently we made ourselves a clock. But do you have any good wither skeleton farms I could put in a perimeter or tutorials? I don't think I have a tutorial on it, but I do have a really good wither skeleton farm that most people use. If you do !farm, go into a document, and then you could just look up wither skulls with Control F, or whatever item you want to farm up. Yeah, a really simple one. Can be done without a perimeter too. You can use a player or a dog. Someone did do like a block by block tutorial on it. I might have linked in the description. Otherwise, I would just recommend downloading and seeing how I did it. So currently we made ourselves a clock, but we want this clock to last longer. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these blocks here. And then we're gonna come back and place in comparators going away from it. Total of 4 of them. You can check the document out there. And we're going to remove 4 more blocks going that direction as well as over here. And we're going to place in 4 more comparators going this direction. Then these 2 blocks removed, and they're going to connect up to this redstone dust. Then we're going to take these comparators back again, going the opposite direction. Total of 8 more on this side, so they connect up with this redstone. So now we got a small comparator clock right here, and then we got a really big slow one over there. And what this comparator clock system does is if you happen to go out of sync with the fish farm over here, so let's say you did catch a fish, but your player lagged right when the trapdoor flickered, so you missed clicking on it, and you end up stuck in this position here. The machine will automatically notice that you have been catching fish for a while, and it will reset the system by flickering the trapdoor just one time. And by having this comparator clock being really slow, it shouldn't interfere with your normal fishing. But if you do notice the big clock interfering with your normal fishing, you can always add in more comparators. Okay. Put a space in here for some reason. Here you obviously want to have the best fishing rod, being lure 3, luck of the sea 3, unbreaking so it lasts longer, and mending so every time you catch something, the XPs will automatically repair it. You can fish forever. Okay, so this part goes somewhere else for sure. Have the best fishing. So when you're fishing here, you obviously want to have the best fishing rod. Okay, let's move this. Put this earlier what we talked about. Starting part of it. What this does is it lets the bobber go ahead and crouch and then walk out to the edge of this bed. And then you're going to line your little pointer just on the... So to run this farm, what you want to do is stand on this bed here. Go ahead and crouch. And then walk out to the edge of this bed. And then you're going to line your little pointer just on the edge of this trapdoor here. And when you want to start the farm, you crouch and just click one time. What this does is it lets the bobber go over there, get picked up by the bubble columns, and get placed underneath of the boats there. And this will hold it in a perfect location where it's barely touching the water, but it's also not bobbing on top of it. Same time there's actually fish that pulls on it, it makes the water splash, and that's what the skull sensor is listening to. It's listening to stuff land either on water or ground. This is what it looks like where your player will be standing on the very edge of this bed here. That way you're close enough to the center of the farm that when you send the bobber out, it gets underneath of the bubble columns. And we're standing a little bit to the left-hand side because our boat is a little bit to the left-hand side. So now it's time to actually do your true AFK. Okay, I think that's a good spot to put it in. Oh yeah, that moved in very nicely. Okay, let's see what this sounds like. To the left-hand side because our boat is a little bit to the left-hand side. So when you're fishing here, you obviously want to have the best fishing rod, being Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3, unbreaking so it lasts longer, and mending so every time you catch something, the XPs will automatically repair it. So you can fish forever. So now it's time to actually do... I think it fits in there pretty well. I want the video to... I want the whole thing to be really smooth, because the more time be like jump topics and stuff, more likely people are probably not to continue watching it. I want it to be one long story progression, which is possible even with like a video of mine where it's mostly a tutorial or a showcase. Normal fishing, you can always add in more comparators. And I kind of just jumped to the part where we're talking about loot. I usually do leave this towards the end of the video, but maybe I'll put a little transition in between here saying like, so what can you actually expect from this OP farm? So after AFK fishing for 4 hours, I got these 3 double chests worth of amazing loot. So on average, each hour you should expect a little over 2 stacks of cod, a stack of salmon, half a stack of pufferfish, 10 tropical fish. And since we are using the Luck of the Sea, we purposely aren't getting very many of the junk loot. So you get like 1 rotten flesh, 1 leather, 1 string, 1 stick, 1 bone, 1 tripwire hook, 2 bowls, 2 ink sacks, 3 lily pads, 1 leather boot, 1 water bottle, 1 non-enchanted fishing rod. And if you're fishing in a jungle biome, you can also get bamboo. And with the Luck of the Sea, we also get more of the treasure loot. So around 6 saddles per hour, 7 enchanted fishing rods, which can have a... Let me move this over here. Oh, it froze. And with the Luck of the Sea, we also get more of the treasure loot. So around 6 saddles per hour, 7 enchanted fishing rods, which can have a wide range of different enchantments. You can even find a perfect one that has mending, unbreaking, Luck of the Sea, as well as Lure 3. You also get around 6 enchanted bows, which have a wide variety of enchantments. You get some really nice ones with like infinity and high level of power. You can even find mending and unbreaking ones. Treasure loot also includes the name tags. You get around 7 of those, as well as 6 knowledge shells. But the main thing people AFK fish for is the enchanted books, which you can get every single enchantment in the game except for Soul Speed and Swift Sneak. But it does mean you can get books that you normally can't get from enchanting tables. Except for Soul Speed and Swift Sneak. But it does mean... Make sure I say the word "and" there. Soul Speed and Swift Sneak. But it... Okay, sounds like I say it. It does mean you can get books that you normally can't get from enchanting tables, including Frostwalker as well as Mending. Mending being the main one people try to go for when using this farm. With this farm, on average, you catch something every 9 seconds. Okay, so I probably didn't go as much in detail as my previous video, but I think I covered a lot of... Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, see how my player like clicked? What did they do? Did they click twice? It was a click twice. Didn't the bobber go out? Go back in again? But yeah, for the most part, I feel like lines up pretty well. Not sure what else to do. To make more in the beginning, I can also put more emphasis on all the amazing treasure loot. But I can always put some more images and stuff there. Oh, one thing I did forget. In the previous video, I did talk about the simpler version of the farm. I don't know if I want to include that. Maybe I can make a mention to that. Write down my notes. Simple version. That's one thing I did talk about previous one. Also, I talked about loot. People want the simple version. Other than that, I think it's working. We added in all the text that I was thinking about adding in. We just have to do the intro, the outro. That's already recorded. We just have to edit that. And then find some kind of cool images to put in for the intro and outro. At least for the intro. So people don't watch the outro. My player just lagged again. I missed the fish. Funny. Cool deal. Can someone do the exclamation mark social, please, in chat? I've been streaming for over 3 hours. It's about the S there. That's a lot. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna find somebody to raid. Meanwhile, check out all my social links. They're on screen and also in the chat. Click them all. And make sure to sub my YouTube. Also join my Discord, Twitter. I also got Patreon you can check out. For me, really helps out. If you guys do have like Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime, make sure you use it up here each and every month. Is there a new overlay on the screen? I think I added in a new overlay. It's supposed to be at least. Let's raid Jiki. He's actually back to doing some hardcore Minecraft. It's great to see. He's doing a lot of variety streaming. I think he died in his hardcore world like a month ago or so. He had a really old Minecraft world. That was really tough to see. But that's part of the hardcore. We're going to be rating none other than G-Key. Starting his hardcore world up. See what type of farms he gets going. Looks like he got the iron farm. Got other things going on in his world. So if you guys could all please join us. Copying that rated message that Wildly put in the chat. You guys go copy that. And we're going to paste it into G-Key's chat. Also throw in some emojis along with it, whatever ones you have. I do have some special ones, like a raid one, hype ones. Throw those along in the chat. Make sure to drop a follow and see what he is up to on his stream. Thanks guys for joining our Wednesday stream. Feeling better. I might not, if I do go on camping trip this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I won't be streaming. I'll let you guys know about that. But I appreciate all the chilling in the chats and all the support. It really means a lot. Hopefully this video